So excited. Oh, we're on, baby. Hey, everybody. Welcome back. Y'all been gone for a minute, excuse me, but we have a lot of stuff going on in the organization. If you do not know me, I am Tina Marie of Tina Marie, the Bridge Builder and Alliance for Women of Color, and Tina Marie, the Bridge Builder, and the Bridge Builder Alliance group. And I use this platform and many of my other platforms to highlight and support women in business. And we're here today with my sweetheart. She's my family. She's my friend, and one of the dopest business owners I know, Brianna Harris. Hey, babe.
Hey, hey.
We're supposed to do this yesterday, y'all. Okay, I know that there's a few people that were waiting for us yesterday. I got a couple emails. Where's the show? When are you gonna go on? And so I know that if you're watching this after, which most of you will, because we did this last minute, go ahead and share it and watch it all the way through, y'all, because it's about to be some good stuff. So Brianna is the owner of uh, um, Lord have mercy.
What is it?
I know because I just put it on there 500 times.
First step to
greatness.
Care.
Lord, Lord, I put it on there, y'all. I know what it's called. Okay, so we're here, and today we're going to talk about legacy building and how you create legacy through your business to help give resources to your family, employ your family. I just shared about this on a reel the other day, actually a quick live I did the other day about making sure that we're supporting women because women are really instrumental in helping their families break a lot of curses. A lot of generational wealth curses are being broken by women that are in business, that are fostering their business to help their families, to provide resources and jobs. And Brianna does a really good job at that. But first, we're going to find out a little bit about the organization or her company and how she got started. Okay, let me get situated, babe, because I gotta get a good angle. I gotta fold this leg over, get a good angle. Is this a good angle? I think that's a good angle. That's a good angle. You look so, I was gonna tell you, your hair pretty.
Thank you.
It's so pretty. It's so pretty. And I looked at it and I said, we got the same idea today because I put a little
On the
side part today. I said, let me get a little side part going. Okay, so Bray, tell me now, I know a little bit of the story. One of the things that I'm impressed by most is that you you had a stroke at a young age, right?
19 at 19 years old.
19.
And I'm 37 now, stroke survivor. Yay.
Wow. So after the stroke, is that when you started?
I want to say I started at 21. So after like recovering and all of that, rehab and all that greatness.
So listen, so after you, okay, so I didn't know that. So after you recovered from the stroke at 21, so what propelled you into saying, I'm gonna start this center? Was it the stroke? Was it like surviving that and thinking like,
It was more of after that, I think I had like a wake up call. Like, I don't want to work for nobody else.
yeah,
My aunt had a child care. Two of my aunts had child cares. Just helping out. Like, because I was in school, I was in college when I had the stroke, going to school for nursing. And now I'm a child care owner. I don't know. But anyhow, just with having my aunts in the industry and then knowing I didn't want to go back to work, what can I do? So my mom was very instrumental in the startup of the business. And that's the rest is history.
so you were going to school, so you were gonna be a registered nurse?
Yes, that was the goal.
That was like, but it makes sense though,
Okay.
right? Because it's still a field of nurturing and caring.
Yes.
Okay, so that makes sense.
Yes.
That makes sense. So when you were, so when you were in nursing school, were you like, what took you away completely? Like, this nursing is not for me. I don't want to take care of sick people, or
It was
like,
just simply the stroke.
it was
The stroke. I think I had like a wake up call or something. But yeah, it was the stroke. I'm like, And then so I I was working in customer service. So even after I recovered, so maybe, I don't know exactly how long. I would have to ask my mom how long it took because I don't really know. But that probably when I was 20 because I had a stroke prior to my 19th birthday, I believe. And then I turned around, recovered, and then I went back to work.
Wow.
So I was doing customer service, but I would always tell my coworkers, this is not my end all be all. I'm not gonna be here that much longer. I ain't gonna be sitting next to you that long, so don't get comfortable. And then in the process of that is when my mom and I started the child care.
Okay.
So I was still currently working for months before I just, put in my 2 weeks and just went all in. And again, that was almost 17 years ago.
So did you and your mom start the company as joint, or was she just there to kind of help you through or kind of guide you through the ropes of it?
I would say that she has always been there. Now, physically there, she has her own, she's a real estate broker.
Yeah.
So, I mean, as much as I need her, she's available, but it's not like her first love or anything. So basically she was setting me up.
Right.
So, I guess you can say joint, but
Okay.
she's always there. So
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just
But
a different dynamic.
And that's cool. That's cool because what that did too was whether you knew it or not, it was sowing the seed of legacy building right there.
Mm-hmm.
This is how we create legacy, right? We help our children, our young adult children, usher them into the independence of entrepreneurship.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's really how we started, even showing them how to do it.
And so my entire life, I've seen my mom in entrepreneurship. My dad with always preached 3 streams of income. I've seen my parents go from, I think it was like Amway or something back in the day, one of them little companies, from Amway to Primerica to everything. And my mom has been a realtor and in the real estate industry since I was little. So I've always seen that. And in turn, I'm 37 with a successful child care center. My sister, she does body contouring. She's 34. My brother is a fireman. He's 26 or so, around there, I think. Then my 18-year-old sister, she's in college. So we had started her on doing like press-on nails. She done did all the classes for nails and all of that. And then, of course, my baby sister, Yaya, has her lip gloss line. So my mom has really instilled entrepreneurship in all of us, and whatever we want to do.
The independence of it all.
Yeah, I think that's it too. That what I like. I like to make my own schedule.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool because then your brother had Airbnb, right?
Oh, that's where I was going with that. Not the fireman part, but the Airbnb part. Yeah. So and he's really interested in the real estate realm also. But my sister with the body contouring line, she was doing loans, so she was doing processing for big name builders and things of that nature. So all in all, it all kind of went hand in hand.
Yeah, that's how you build and create legacy, though. I was telling you earlier today, I had to have a conversation with my daughter about a situation at work. She's been at her job for 5 years. She's in management, and all it does for me is make me want to push them forward into their own journey, right, and their own calling, what they're called to do, so they can sow seed for themselves in their own lives. Entrepreneurship, where people say it's not for everyone, it's not for everyone, but everyone has been called to do something. Mm-hmm. And that is, we call it entrepreneurship, but it's what you've been called to do.
Right.
And then you don't have to deal with these conversations with these managers, supervisors, micromanaging you, setting you up for failure, looking to fire you, looking to have all these conversations with you because, you understand what entrepreneurship looks like because your mom, like my children, they know, that's all they know is their mom being an entrepreneur, right? And so that's one of the first ways we set up legacy building is by showing our younger people behind us, like, this is how it's done, right? They're in front of us coming up, but they're behind us as far as how we show them. Like, come on behind me, come alongside of me, let me show you how this is done. So that's dope.
And always, my mom has always been available, right?
Yeah.
Because she wasn't per se clocking in and clocking out. She might have to make arrangements, with her schedule.
Yeah.
But all in all, she has always been there.
Yeah.
If we need her, she's always there. She gonna make a way.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. That's
the good part too.
No, that's good. That's real good. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so now let's talk about legacy building in a way of creating resources and jobs. Because that's what I want to talk about mainly, because I think all of our goals is we create our entrepreneur experiences, companies, organizations. As we do that, for most of us, especially for me, my goal is to pull along my daughters and my nieces, my nephews, my family, and to offer them employment and to offer them resources, even not so much employment. Maybe they just need a resource. Maybe they just need to come alongside of me and get trained up to go and do something else, right? Or show them how to do it. And the biggest thing is like, how can I employ my family? Now, you have how many employees?
A total of 15 employees.
Wow.
I don't really look at them like employees.
Okay.
So in my business, it's the whole, I'm the boss.
Yeah.
I'm the boss. Yeah. But I don't really glorify that part of it because how my center is ran, it's like we're a big family. So I love the family aspect of it. Okay. So I don't want nobody calling me the boss. Okay. Or even just, simply just, I don't want to be boss lady. I've had some of my teachers like, hey, boss lady, or the boss lady's here, or, I don't like that. I really don't
you
like
don't
that.
like that?
No. Yes, that's my title, that's my position, but I'm more than that to you than just your boss.
Right.
So I'm not walking around like the boss lady. I treat everybody equal.
Yeah.
Like you my cousin.
Okay, so
my auntie.
Well, let's talk about
that.
that. I mean? So let's talk about that. So we're talking about employing our family members, right? What is the toughest part? Now, you just said that, like, you're my cousin, don't look at me as your boss, we're family. What's the toughest part when you hire family and you do have to become the boss on that day? What's the toughest part about that?
The toughest part about it's the conversation piece, right? Because I've built relationships with each one of my first step family, right? All of the teachers I have a different relationship with. Some are younger than me, in which I feel like a mentor to them, right? And then I have ones that are older than me that I look at like, oh, she could be my grandmother. So I have a different soft spot for her because I wouldn't want anybody treating my grandmother away. So it's really, everybody gets a different me. So if I have to say something, every one of them, all 15 of them, I have to communicate with different because she may be a little sensitive, so I got to come at her this way. She's a little harsher, so I can talk to her how I want to talk to her. Always respectful though. But as far as family, those hard conversations, let's just use something in my industry as far as like cell phone usage. That's one, right? Yeah. So we have a cell phone policy. Everybody knows it. Everybody signed it. Everybody this, everybody that. But now I have to have those conversations because your coworker came to me and said, Miss Bray, I think that she's on her phone or, a little too often. And I'm like, okay, in the classroom setting, okay, well, of course I have to have the conversation. But okay, now it's my family that's doing that. So now I have to have that conversation also because it's for everybody across the board. There's no special treatment. When we're here in this building at First Step to Greatness, everybody gets the same treatment. So the only thing I would have to say in regards to that is family members that are my elders, my mama, my aunt.
Yeah.
They're my elders.
So how do you do that though? Like if they're
I have to come from
What
a
do you
different
do?
angle because, of course, when it's family, the expectations are different.
Yeah.
They're different.
Yeah.
Because I expect you. One thing they're gonna do is have my back to the fullest.
Yeah.
They're gonna have my back to the fullest. But now, if I have to have that conversation with you, that is a company policy. Now it's like, how do I have that conversation with you?
Yeah.
So I have to sit you down and I have to be like, because I talk to their family.
Right, so you can
Like,
handle them different.
Yeah.
Like, what you doing?
Why you got your phone out?
Right.
That kind of stuff.
Right.
So it's very, sometimes those conversations can be difficult.
Yeah.
Again, because they're my tenure.
That's
I'm 37.
And I'm sure, so this is the thing, right? This is one of the biggest things. How do you draw the line, right? So if there's like personal stuff going on in the family, and now y'all gotta come to work.
So as far as the family members that I've employed are my immediate family. So it works. Because our dynamic, within my family, within my immediate family, we don't have those kind of like big discrepancies, and we do work together.
Yeah.
So for me personally, I haven't had to deal with that, but I haven't employed like my 10th cousin or anything like that, But if they qualify, by all means, I don't mind. I love family.
So would you tell people to vet the family members the same? So how do you vet? So, okay, let's really have a conversation about this for people that are watching, that are looking to create legacy for their families, looking to possibly employ their families one day, right? We know the pros of creating a legacy is, they gonna have your back. Like that's one of the biggest pros, right?
Mm-hmm.
They got your back. They have a vested interest in you, so they want the best for you.
Right.
They want to see you win.
Mm-hmm.
All of those things are the reasons you want your family to be there with you.
Right.
However, how do you vet? Do you have a family member that's coming looking for a job, but they don't have any experience in childcare? Do you give them the job anyway, or do you say, these are some of the things you have to do to come back and apply, or do you just give them the job because they're family?
I wouldn't just give them the job because they're family.
Okay.
Let's see. Everyone that I've employed, again, are immediate family. They have background in, if it's administration, if it's management, if it's anything like that's pretty much I've only employed family and management, not as far as being a teacher per se.
Right.
So
you're saying to people that are watching, if they're qualified,
right? Not just because they're family, but if I knew that maybe you were doing data entry and I could really use you on the administrative side, absolutely.
Yeah.
You're shoo-in.
Yeah.
You still got to do your applications, so your files still have to be in order.
Yeah.
Still have to have your fingerprint card,
Yeah.
like all of that. But if I can use anything in a family member that they have an expertise in, by all means. If I have a little cousin that is a social media expert, I'm hiring her.
Yeah.
And that's just it, because I don't want to do that part, right?
Yeah.
So I do tap into their expertise, not just simply because you're family. I mean, because family gonna be family, and family will do family things.
Do you recommend people hire their families though?
If they're qualified, I would say yes. If they're qualified, and even if they're not qualified, and it's something you can train them in, why not?
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
Because I think I could be trained on anything.
Me too.
So.
And I think you can train your family on anything.
Yeah.
I think you position them to win.
Mm-hmm.
I think you groom them even in advance as you're growing and building your organization.
Right.
Like adding my daughters and my nieces to the chair, to sit on my board.
Yeah.
Right? And although they're silent chairs, I'm positioning them to move into position,
Right.
right? When they become of age or skilled in the areas I need them to be skilled in, but that's what it's about.
And that's how I feel about my little sisters, because they've been around. I've been in business 16 years. My oldest little sister is 18 and the baby is 13. So they've seen how the daycares ran.
Man, y'all's on her way.
They can come in there and answer the phone and
Everything.
take messages and show the people where to sign in and out. And like on the administrative side, they can run the front office. You know what I mean? They know those things. But again, like you said, it's a part of grooming.
Yeah.
And anybody, you can teach anybody anything if they're one capable
Yeah.
and able of learning. And yes,
Yeah.
I would go the family route.
You would.
I
Over
would.
strangers. It's cold.
I'm not saying necessarily over strangers, but if my family member is qualified, then yes. I'm not just hiring because
not because family. But what I'm saying is, do you because we just looked at Beyonce everything.
Beyonce everything.
We looked up Beyonce everything today, y'all, because we're trying to find out how many people she employs. But one thing I found out was, one thing I learned from Beyonce, just studying her and watching her and Oprah and Michelle Obama, all these women, that they did have family in position.
Mm-hmm.
And eventually family had to move out of position because there was that conflict of interest.
And I believe that happens.
Yeah.
You know, and that happens for everybody. Everybody grows out of something. I just did a shift in my center because I see potential for my teachers, right?
Yes.
So I moved everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody moved up
Yeah.
an age group,
Yeah.
right? So now everybody, the month of December, so everybody's getting accustomed to their new space, to dealing with the older age group. But if I see potential in you, because I'm not going to get stagnant, right?
Yes.
So when I see that
Yeah.
you done got too comfortable, let's shake it up a little bit.
Yeah.
So, but in the end, it's a benefit for you because now you've seen your true potential.
Yeah.
I had a teacher that was amazing with arts and crafts and so hands-on and this and that and this, but she applied for my infant classroom. Well, there's only so much you can do with the infants and all of that. So when I had to move her to another group, she was like, oh my gosh, why are we doing this? I don't understand. So just to see the growth in the last few weeks and how more creative you are with your 1-year-old class because they're almost talking to you and you know you can do all of this other stuff. She came to me and she was like, that was the right move, Miss Bray. I'm like, I know. I see the potential in you, even though you didn't want to do it and you was sad and all of this and you begged me, could you stay? But I seen the potential in her. So if I see potential in a family member to train them up, I'm going to do it every time. Every time.
That's how many family members do you employ? I didn't mean to cut you off. How many family members do you employ right now?
1, 2, 3, 4, like 5 or 6. 5 or 6.
That's amazing.
On payroll.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. I can't say that I do not love it, but I will say that they have to be on top of things. Yeah. Because once they're not, then you have to have those hard conversations. Yeah. And those are the conversations that could potentially cause conflict in your family, right? Yeah. Now y'all don't like each other.
Right.
Now family events is, y'all looking at each other.
But that's why not at family events. At the family picnic, family gathering. At Thanksgiving, everybody mad.
Yeah, don't nobody want to come together because work stuff.
Yeah.
No, I would never want that to happen. Before it would get there, I would have to humbly bow out or, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Make a suggestion that, it's just not working. And if I felt like it was going to cause conflict in my family, I'm not going to do it. It's not worth it to me.
Yeah.
It's just not
That's
worth it.
the part, right?
Mm-hmm.
No one like this won't work. I know the personality of this person. I know who I am. I know how I do things.
Mm-hmm.
I think that it's owning. I think everything is about the ownership and accountability of what your family dynamic is. Right? Some of us want to help so bad that we're not looking fully at what could possibly happen here.
Yeah.
Right? If I know that my sister is not a punctual person, if I know she finds it hard to get along with people, and if she's watching this, this is just a hypothesis.
Yeah,
I'm not saying this is you, babe. Just giving an example. But if I know all of these things, why would I hire her?
Yeah.
Why would I make that something that we're gonna have to deal with and fight through?
Mm-hmm.
So it's about really taking a hard look at your family too, and that's why I say not only providing employment, but you still can provide resources,
Mm-hmm.
right, for your family.
Yeah.
Right?
Because I would like to say I have so many resources. What you want to do? What you want to do? This? I know somebody that does that. What you need training in this? Okay. Different things like that. So I get calls all day, every day, in regards to stuff from family, non-family, friends. Because I am a great resource.
Yeah.
And then if I don't know it, I can find somebody who does know it.
Yeah.
Just like I talked to you today about somebody that does etiquette classes.
Yeah.
I don't know anybody personally, but I can ask around and find somebody that does it. So family is gonna be family all day, every day. They're gonna look out for you. They're gonna go to bat for you. They're not gonna let anything go wrong in your business. If they can help it.
That's the part, right? That people, they're not gonna let anything go wrong. You know what I'm gonna do, Bray, right now? Because there's no one in here. Y'all, I'm so sorry. Let me see how many more questions we have. I'm gonna go and turn this air off. Wait, because I'm freezing. Y'all excuse us while we take a second break, okay? Or a quick break. It's right here, Bray.
Okay.
God, I don't know what I had the air on for. Good grief, right. Boy, you know you be hot when you get a certain age.
I know.
All the time.
I know you get hot. I don't get hot. I'm freezing in here.
Are you freezing?
I'm sitting there holding.
Okay, y'all, we're back. I figured you was freezing. Okay, so let me make sure I have all these questions out of the way because I know people really want to know. I think we talked about everything else. You find hiring. Okay, we went through all of this already. We talked about feedback. Do your employees get jealous of your family members working there? Do you ever have employees periodically that feel like because your aunt works here, your cousin works here, your sister works here, your whatever, do they ever feel like, although you know you're not practicing any sort of favoritism, do they feel like you are? Do you ever have that?
No, I wouldn't say that they've ever came at me about it, right? Because I'm the boss lady.
Yeah.
But I make sure that I reiterate all the time and have those one-on-ones with everybody to do some temperature checks and check-ins and to let them know that feel comfortable. I make them all feel comfortable. I let them know the hierarchy, who's first, who's second, who's third type thing. And again, I create a family environment within my business. So there's nobody above anybody outside of management, but besides that, I want all of my teachers and staff members to feel comfortable and not to feel like you can't say nothing because that's my Amy or because that's my sister.
Right, that's what I mean. But you have to, so there has to be, because if I'm working for someone and I know that this is the boss's sister, the aunt,
I'm gonna make them feel away, right?
Right.
It has to.
Yeah, it does.
It has to.
It's gonna make them feel away. But you know what I like about the feel away part of that? Don't F around and find out up in here. Don't do some crazy because my people all through here, okay? That's the part I was telling you about that. Last year, my nieces came to our gala last year, our anniversary, and they were there in charge, but they were also watching out in every corner.
Because guess what? They see what we don't see.
Yeah.
You don't see what the boss lady sees, right?
Yeah.
You see what's going on the floor.
Yeah.
You're more hands on because here I am doing all kind of administrative stuff that nobody can do for my business but me.
Yeah.
So those are those eyes. Yeah. So I again, in my business, it's so family ran. It's family owned, it's family ran, and I create the family environment.
Round of applause for that. That is so dope to me.
So that's
family owned, family ran. There's so little of this right now happening in the world, right? Okay. But I want to talk about it, especially for women that are building their brands, building their business. I think if we understood that our why is bigger than just this business that we're building, but if we look at it as it's a legacy, I'm looking to provide employment, not just even for my children and my nieces, but for their children and their children after their children. Right? That's the goal, to create the generational wealth, to have the Rockefeller type status for your family where it just continues and they keep picking up the baton and keep running with it and keep building on it. And if you instill that family environment of we're family, this is for us, right? Don't you think it makes them show up differently when they like, this is for us?
As far as the family members?
Right.
Yes, because I think they all take pride. They take a different type of pride.
Yeah.
But it's always leadership too. Yeah. It's your leadership. Yeah. So regardless if they're family or not, again, I keep going back to the family environment that I create with my teachers to where they feel, as if they are family. Yeah. Because that's what it's about. They show up different for you. You treat them right, they're going to treat you right. Yeah. You know what I mean? They're not a number. Yeah. You're not, just a number to me. Yeah. You're not just the next 2-year-old class teacher. You're more than that to me. I appreciate you. So I take pride in not treating any of the staff. And I don't even call them staff. Like, they're my first step family. Like,
that's my first step family. Come on.
They're not just staff. They're not just teachers to me. But I want them to understand that you can come to me just as my Amy can. You can come to me just as my sister can. So that's with creating the relationship. So I have those one-on-ones with them often. I go sit in the classroom. We chop it up about life, about work stuff, about their kids, about their family stuff, about everything, because that's what family does, right? We chop it up. Yeah. So I have those relationships with all of my teachers, even when they first start. If I never knew you from nowhere, I want you to feel that love. Yeah. So definitely about family. The family aspect, if anything, because my close friends, they're my family. So even with them, our communication is on point. Because I don't like mess. Yeah. I really don't like mess. Non-confrontational. I do not like mess, and if I can prevent it within my establishment, within my life, my personal life, my work life, all of that, I'm gonna do it. Yeah. So I want to touch on the foundation of my business. Again, I said it's my immediate family. My aunt, when we started, she is a retired legal secretary. So all my stuff on point. Yeah. So we talking about family members that have a background in something, So my foundation, my aunt that currently works at the daycare, she had a child care, so she has that background. And then my sister, again, she was a loan processor, so she is the administrative assistant, so she has that background. So the foundation was good. I didn't have to do no training because everybody on their own stuff. Everybody knows what to do. So I think the foundation is really good for a starter business, because it just sets the tone for everything. Yeah.
So that's good. So what you want people to know is that you can hire family.
Yeah.
Just make sure they're qualified for where you're placing them, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
If your family member is the best cleaner that you know,
Yeah.
and that's what they like to do.
Yeah.
Because I want to say, like my great aunt and stuff in the beginning, like they had a cleaning company.
Yeah.
So why wouldn't I use my family to come in and clean?
Yeah.
That's
That's how you build legacy.
Yeah.
That's how you build and create legacy. You continue it on. You pay it forward to your own family. And I think that people make employing family harder than what it is. But like I said, that I think that also people put family in positions that they're not ready for. Because we see it with celebrities. We see it with MC Hammer. That was a big eye opener for a lot of people that are looking to employ their families, bring them on board. But if they're just there and they're kind of just bleeding you dry because they ain't really serve no purpose, then you're just bringing them along to bring them along, as opposed to continuing the legacy part of it. Because if you can't take the baton, if you can't grow inside of it with me, then we're never gonna even grow as a family. So let's shift and talk about that, because you are growing in your business with your family, creating this generational wealth, this generational business concept, to the point that now you're under construction for a new build for your company, right?
Right.
Which will double in size, double in the size of children that you have, double in size of the employees that you have, right? All of that doubles now. And that all started with the foundation that you guys created. And now your family gets to continue to grow with you through this. Right? So that's what it looks like. Because if you had brought in family members that were not vetted properly, they weren't supposed to be there, then now your business is damaged, they're bleeding you dry, right? Those are all some of the things that happened with MC Hammer, and I'm sure a bunch of other people that started out and they wanted to bring their family members along so bad that they're bringing family members without creating a foundation, without bringing people in that are qualified for positions they're putting them in, and then they have people along just to be along, making pretend jobs for them just so you can give them money, right?
Yeah.
If you're doing that, you're never going to grow your business. You're never going to continue the legacy. And now it's all done. Now there's nothing left. Now you got to rebuild, of course, again. But continuing on with the legacy means to create the foundation, like you said. Looking at your family members, saying, my aunt has a history in childcare. My sister has experience in administrative. My other aunt has experience in running or managing a show. Now we move it, right? Now let's bring in some more qualified family members and continue to grow this thing. Now we're doubling in size. Now what? So talk about your new endeavor. Now what?
So I'm in the now what stage, and I had to go. I'm kind of a goal setter.
Yeah.
I like to achieve my goals
Yeah.
and push through, but I have to plan for the goals. So I took this month, the month of December. I'm currently still planning, right? And my new center will probably be built within the next year, right? So a year from like today.
Yeah.
So if it's a year from today, I'm planning now for what that year is going to look like when this new building comes. So that means what trainings do my first step family, my family need to take? What certifications do we need? What certifications am I going to require to come on to the next step? So just simply planning for that and having these conversations with them. I've had conversations with my staff in regards to the next step and what that looks like and what certifications I need y'all to achieve. What we gonna do in January.
Yeah.
The month of January, we're gonna start this.
Yeah.
The top of the year, the first weekend, we have a big conference that we're going to in regards to the industry. So they can be exposed to this stuff. Because I can talk to y'all all day, but when you physically see it, it's something different.
Yeah.
So just setting them up for greatness.
Yeah.
That's basically that's my pitch all the time, because I want them to be great.
Yes.
So just constantly trying to be great, constantly taking training classes, constantly, because I like that type of stuff, so I be trying to put it on them too. So like, yeah, you should sign up for this, you should sign up for that. I'm about to go to this. You want to join me at that type thing? Because I love to. You can't know too much, and I learn something every time. Even if I go to these events that I often go to, and it could be considered a I've heard this before type thing, or I always get a gym regardless.
No, it's regardless.
Regardless,
That's
I get a gym.
That's like when people that's like going to church. You're gonna hear some of the same scriptures. You're gonna hear some, but it just keeps you sharp. It keeps you reminded. It keeps you on top of your stuff. Bray, listen to me. I think that what you're doing is so amazing. Getting in front of it, even there's that saying, you can't take everybody with you.
Mm-hmm.
But you want to position it where you can.
Exactly. That's where I am now.
Yeah.
As far as the certifications.
Yeah.
And qualifications.
Yeah.
And because I want all of y'all to come.
Yeah. Y'all, we have to take one more break. Give us 1 second. Do. We have to let somebody in.
Just the music break.
Yeah, just a music break. Sorry, Bray. Bray, talk to the people. Okay, y'all, we're sorry. We're back, y'all. I had to go let one of my club sisters in. Okay, so Bray, where did we leave off at? I'm excited about the last part of this.
Pretty much just setting them up for greatness.
Yeah. Okay, so Bray, so that's the biggest thing, right? Because I think that we can't take some people with us. I'm gonna just go ahead and play devil's advocate, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think sometimes, y'all, we can't take everybody with us because we don't set people up to take them with us.
That's right.
And so if we don't set them up to take them with us, of course they're gonna, in Tyler Perry's analogy, and I'm not sure if it's his very own, but when the rocket blasts and the boosters to fall off, everybody can't keep going. But I think we can keep some of those boosters detached if we prepare people for where they're going, right? You can't just shoot me up in the sky and expect me to keep up with all these elevations if you haven't prepared me for that.
Right.
And I think that sometimes we try to leave it to people to you better catch up, right? It's one thing to catch up when you're given the tools and you're like, I've given you everything and you still ain't catching up.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna have to go ahead and let you go.
Mm-hmm.
As opposed to I've given you the tools and now you're doing well, and let's keep going.
And I think that's my motto. Like, I want everybody to come. I don't want to leave nobody behind.
I don't want to leave nobody behind.
I don't want to leave nobody.
I hate when people say it to me. My heart be so crushed because it's true. I mean, that's why it's said, because it's true most of the time.
That everybody can come.
And even when you give them the tools and the patience and the love and the support and all the things that they need to sustain the leveling.
That's what I'm telling you. 2024 is the year of leveling up.
We've been talking, y'all. Listen, off camera, off the line. We've been talking about cutting away, okay? We've been venting and cutting away all day, but that's it.
It is. It's about leveling up. And the name of my child care is First Step to Greatness, but I'm working towards the next step to greatness. So, and I want everybody to be great.
Yeah.
So within my organization, I am finding the different trainings. I am recommending the different things for each individual, because it's personalized. For each, we got individual plans for greatness.
Yeah.
So you may not need this, but she does.
Yeah.
You know, so that's where I am, because I want everybody to come. And I had that conversation in my last staff meeting about being great and what that looks like, what my definition of greatness is. What's your definition of greatness? Because we got to be on the same page when it comes to greatness and being great and leveling up. And everybody don't want it, though.
They don't.
So everybody don't want it.
Everybody don't want it, and you know why? Because it's just not. I'm gonna tell a quick story about my mom. Quick story. My mom has the credit score and the income, which is not a lot, and the credit score, which is not amazing, but it's enough to buy her a small house, right? And I started getting the ball rolling. I'm working. I'm like, okay. And then one day she said, Tina, I don't want to do that. What if my toilet go down? What if this go down? I said, Mom, we'll face them when we get there. She did not want it. And at the end of the day, I was like not mad about it. That was just not what she don't want that.
Right. Everybody don't.
Her position is, well, when you get to a place where you can buy me one,
right,
then I will live there and pay you some rent, and then you can figure everything out.
Right.
But I told her, I said, well, I will figure it out even now. It's going to be in my name. I don't want. And so she didn't want it. Yeah. And everybody don't want these things, and that's okay. And I think that's how you end up leaving people behind, because people are so frustrated they're not honest. My mama just honest. You know, she just,
straight up.
I just, listen, I learned so much from her. One is loyalty, period, to your family, people you love. Okay. Don't go against nobody you love and care about. Flat out. Flat out. That's just not what we do. And so my family is like, if we rock solid. I'm not going against somebody I love and care about. And two, be honest. Even if the feeling is going to make somebody feel away.
Yeah,
right?
That's the tough one. And you got to choose your words wisely. Yeah. I've learned that in working with family and business because we do have a relationship outside of work, outside of this building. Yeah. We have a relationship. Yeah. So I never want you to feel a type of way about me, right? Yeah. So that with family and business, that's a thing. Yeah. I don't want you to feel a type of way. And it's hard sometimes to separate that, right? Yeah. Even with just dealing with my mom. Because my mom is very business-minded, business-oriented. It's business. She'll call me at 9 o'clock at night and want to talk about business. She'll call me at 6 in the morning and want to talk about business. And I'm like, Valerie, I want to talk to my mama. Can you put my mama on the phone, please? You know what? I'm going to try again. I'm going to hang up and call back because I want to talk to mama. I don't want to talk to Valerie right now. So that's kind of what we deal with. Like, okay, and then with making decisions, right? Yeah. Because from 7:30 to 5, if we're at the center, it's strictly business, right? Yeah. But she's still my mama. Yeah. So some things that I may say, she may take it like, hold on, little girl.
Yeah. Gather you right together.
And I'm like, but mama, we're talking about business. So if you can turn the mama hat off and put the Valerie hat on so I can talk to a business partner.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to disrespect my mama or make my mama feel like I'm being disrespectful.
Right.
But Valerie, me and her can have these kind of conversations.
Yeah.
So, and I'm still working on that.
Yeah.
I'm still working on her understanding the role of mama and Valerie. Because sometimes you get upset in your business, right? But I'm not upset at my mama. I'm not upset at Valerie either. But I want to talk to Valerie. I don't want to talk to my mama.
Yeah.
I want to talk to my mama about emotional stuff that is bothering me. But Valerie don't have to get that conversation.
Yeah.
I think that's another hard part too with business and family is separating the family part.
No, that's what it is.
Separating that emotional part of family.
Right, and that's why some people are afraid to hire their family because of the emotional piece to it.
Mm-hmm.
That's the personal piece. How do you separate the line when you are in business mode? Because you know when you're in business mode, you know this from being a boss. You don't like being called a boss, but you know this from being a boss is that when you're in business mode, you're curt, you're short, you're to the point. You don't have time for flowery. You don't have time for fluff. You don't have time for going around in a circle 20 times. Yeah. What's up? Period. There are yes or no answers. If I'm busy, you're going to get a no. If you have a question for me, please don't feel away because there's no emotion in this. This is what we have to get done.
It's business, not personal.
It's business, not personal.
So, again, I'm still in that stage with my mama 16 years later.
I don't think you can ever outgrow that, though. You know, you have to walk away. Remember when Tina Knowles was just being interviewed and she gave us a little sneak preview into Beyonce's personality a little bit when she's touring.
Oh, yeah. And she had to go back and apologize.
Yeah.
I find myself having to do that.
Yeah.
So if we're at the center and it's a discrepancy or whatever, that's light. So nothing big.
Yeah.
So if it's like a discrepancy and then I think about it after work, I'll call my mama and be like, Mama, earlier today, I wasn't saying it like that. I was just saying it because I want you to understand where I stand on this topic.
Yeah.
But I wasn't trying to disrespect you.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of that. It's a lot of that with dealing with family.
No, I can only imagine.
But after hours.
I can only imagine. Right? But it's gotta be a lot.
Yeah.
Like I can't imagine that it's not a lot of that, Bray. And I think that's why people don't want to do it. I'm checking our time. I think that's why people don't want to do it, Bray. I think it's a lot of that, and I think people are nervous and afraid, like, how am I going to discipline my mama? How am I going to deal with my sister? What's going to happen if my sister work for me and she do something I don't like? How am I going to address her and talk to her?
You got to be tough, first of all. It's not for the weak. Let me tell you that.
Can we talk about that before you leave? Okay, let's shift a little bit. Because now, what we understand, y'all, if you're going to hire your family, vet them. Make sure that you're putting them in position to win. As you grow, groom your family to grow with you. As you continue to evolve and elevate, get them the education, the certifications, all the things that they need to continue to grow along with you so that you don't have to leave them behind. I think that's what Bray taught us today. Groom your family. Groom the younger siblings behind you, the younger people. Give them small things to do. So like Bray said, her two sisters will know how to run the entire front office of the building. Continue to build financial legacy so that we're from underneath this corporate America lifestyle where we can then just kind of support our family on our own, where they're not subject to microaggressions, micromanagement, all these things that our family members deal with, that we're paving the way to give them an opportunity to come on board with a family-owned, family-ran, family-supported business. I think you do a dope job in that, Bray.
Thank you.
So let's talk boss to boss or leader to leader.
Okay, yeah. I like the word leader.
No, leader. I don't call myself a boss because already, if you have a strong personality, you can come off as you are, but I'm not bossy.
Or bossy.
Right? I am diplomatic. I'm a team player. I believe in team. I believe in collaborative relationships. I believe in an open door policy. I believe in speaking your mind. I believe all of those things. But also, a lot of being in leadership is having tough conversations with people that are not prepared or ready for them. Being honest with people about their poor behavior or about their poor attitude. That is the part that makes it hard to be in leadership, because it's always going to be easy in life to have the good conversations filled with fluff and compliments and softening softening the landing of whatever conversation has to take place. That's easy. But when your mental capacity is you have so many things going on, it takes a lot of energy to position yourself to keep. You said something earlier today, and I want to go back to that, when you talked about managing different personality types. After a while, being full with so much responsibility, everybody's going to get one part of who I am. I can't continue to, throughout the day, keep readjusting myself, realignment, rerouting. We're talking to this person now. I feel that way, right?
I'm saying, when I was making that statement, the different age, the age
right,
group,
the age group, yeah,
so
yeah.
it's different. You're not gonna talk to your 60-year-old.
No, I'm not gonna talk to. No, I'm not. But I'm not gonna talk to anyone the same way, because everybody is different.
Right.
I'm saying that when we are in crunch time, when things have to get done, everybody's gonna be talking the same way.
Absolutely.
And I think that's what Tina Knowles was saying about Beyonce. Like, she, just like you said, sometimes you have to dump back around and apologize to your mama, because she's gonna get that brave. Yeah. That's like, this is business mode. I'm in business mode. I don't have time to realign and readjust. That's what I'm talking about. For the most part, that's what you're doing all throughout the day. Yeah. You're realigning and readjusting, and you're doing it with ease because you're used to doing it. That's what makes for a good leader, right? You know what makes somebody strong. You know how to communicate to this person versus this person. But however, there are those days that everyone's going to get the same person.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Okay.
If I have to go into the center earlier than to handle business, they know when I'm coming in. They know when I'm coming in the classroom. They know it's about business. Yeah. They know I'm serious. Because for the most, I like to have fun.
For the most part.
First of all, 97% of the time. I
want to laugh and play.
Right.
For me, it ain't 97. For me, it's 85.
Okay.
I want to be laughing and playing.
You're a little older than me, too, so I understand.
What they got to do with anything? Don't see how she just did me right there.
People be having, we working on y'all.
What did she just do? I call her Auntie Bray, too, because she be trying to me. Listen, Bray. No. It's a different personality type. You just a different personality type. I want to have a good time also, but 85% of the time, 50% of the time, no, that's not what we're doing.
So serious.
Not no 3%.
But so majority of the time, I'm open, I'm easy to talk to.
Yeah.
Again, open door policy. That's within my life. Yeah. So I talk to a lot of different people about a lot of different things. Yeah. People come to me with their problems, things like that.
Yeah, all day,
every day. But those days where I'm not that. Yeah. Not today. Or even if I come in and I'm feeling a way about something in regards to my business, because I don't have any kids, right? Yeah. So my business is my baby. Yeah. This is my 16-year-old teenager now that I feel a way about. And you're not going to handle my baby any type of way, right? So if I'm feeling a way about something that's going on within my organization, it has to be addressed immediately, because you don't let nobody treat your kids any type of way. This is my baby. So I let them know that's how I feel about my business. Yeah. So take from that whatever you want to take. But we know how mamas feel about their babies. Listen. So I look at my business as my baby. Yeah. And So you can't always get Happy Bray, although I love to give off Happy Miss Bray. I have amazing relationships with my parents and families. No one can deliver information like I can. I can deliver the worst information in a way that makes you feel great.
Yeah.
So I take pride in that, right?
Yeah.
Because that's me.
Yeah.
So I don't like to have to step into that 3% and have to do boss stuff. That is not my style.
You don't want to. I don't want to do it. I want to come. I want to laugh. I want to play. But when your business is being threatened by anything, I have 2 children,
Okay.
but the Bridge Builders, Tina Marie, the Bridge Builder, Tina Marie, the Bridge Builder Alliance Group.
Mm-hmm.
That is my baby. I have worked,
Yeah.
and I will protect it from myself.
Yeah.
Right? Because Tina Marie, the Bridge Builder, is not a person. It's a brand.
Right.
I'm going to protect it from me.
Yeah.
And my crazy way of thinking, if I feel like giving up, that's what I mean by that.
Mm-hmm.
If I feel like giving up, if I'm like, I can't take this no more, it's getting no money, I'm going to protect my business from me. I'm going to definitely protect it from the outsiders. Right. Anybody that threatens what I have, what God has for me.
Let's talk about that.
You probably not going to find, you probably not going to see the best person in your mind that you think I should be.
Mm-hmm.
If you're coming up in here threatening me in any way, and what God has given me, you're going to probably see a side of me you don't want to see. And you can run tell it all over the world if you want to.
Right.
You send them, they going to get the same, okay?
But for me, it's my family, right?
Yeah.
Because my business has provided a way for family members.
Yeah.
So if you're coming for my business,
You coming for my
you're coming
family.
for my family.
You coming for my legacy.
You're coming for my baby.
Listen.
You know, so that's how I feel in a
Yeah.
sense. Because I'm not gonna let anybody or anything come and first step to greatness and ruin it. So and that goes for maybe I hired a teacher that was all nice during their interview, and then when they got in the position, they were rubbing the other staff away.
Yeah.
So then, gotta nip them in the bud. Like,
Yeah.
and that goes for even clients and customers,
Everything.
maybe. All money ain't good money, right? So, and if some bad money coming through the door, you're not about to ruin my industry and what I built and all of that, and attacking my baby because that's my baby.
Because I love this because I just shared this. It's on a live I did, and I kind of clipped it and I shared it in a reel. If you are coming for a woman's business, you're coming for her legacy, you're coming for what she's created for her family, right? You're not just threatening my business, you're threatening what I am putting together for this is not a game.
At all.
This is not a game at all. And if I have to get you together, I'm not getting you together because I'm a mean person or because I have nothing else to do. You're threatening the very core of how I'm positioning my family to win.
Yeah.
Right? And if you're doing that, then you're definitely gonna see a side of me that you don't like, and you probably gonna go tell people I cussed your ass out, cause I did.
And when I say my family, I'm talking about my family, and my
your first. I'm talking about all of the women that I've created a platform for to feel supported. My family that I'm building this for, so we can continue our family legacy. The women that I impact outside of this. If you are looking like you're trying to threaten that in any kind of way,
Yeah, I think most of us entrepreneurs, business owners, feel the same way about our businesses because it's so personal.
And it is, y'all.
It's so
and
personal.
As we should, y'all.
It's a different level of personal. Like, it's like, again, I have to compare it to a baby because mamas don't play about their kids.
Yeah.
So, these businesses are our babies. Yeah. Regardless of what it is, what your industry is, it's still your baby, your idea. You did the work. So
to have this idea, or I call it a vision that God has sent me, for God to send me this vision for me to do the work, for God to keep me covered, for God to keep making the provisions,
Come on.
for me to have the nights where I can't hardly sleep, for God to calm me down and tell me I got you, for me to have crying nights of how am I going to put this together or pay this or do this, for me to have all these things going on, for me to listen to my daughter complain about her job that doesn't value or appreciate her, knowing that I'm working so I can give my daughter a position that she will have and hold forever.
Right.
Don't come play with me about none of that.
No. Don't play with person's business.
Don't come play with me about nothing. Don't play with no woman that has things in store for her family because she's not gonna play about her family.
Yeah.
So that's why they can only get 85% of fun, Tina. The other 15%, I have to be this protector. I gotta be this person that when you meet me, one of my club sisters says, you know, Tina Marie, when I see you, I just view you as like she is kind and strong and not to be played with.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
At the end of the day.
At the end of the day. And when I see you, Bray, so I see Funk Bray, but it's just because we talk a lot about business, right?
Yeah.
But I see Bray that is not gonna play about her business. I don't see 3% of that.
You don't see the 3?
No, I see like more like 10.
Okay, well I'll give 90 then.
Right.
90-10.
Yo, why is she playing?
90-10.
No, y'all, cause she in here playing.
No.
Trying to pretend like no, Bray. No.
I am super nice
Of
all the
course
time.
you are.
And I don't even like being in spaces where it's too serious.
Yeah, me either.
It's just.
I want to laugh. I want to have a good time.
Yeah, I don't even like to be in those spaces.
Yeah.
I can walk in a space and see that all these women is like
yeah.
serious or snooty stuck up, whatever you want to call it. I'm about my business too.
Yeah.
To the heart.
Yeah.
But you don't have to be that way.
No.
I don't know if it's the 37-year-old in me, because you older than I am. But I just don't like being in those spaces. I even enjoy being around, you know, the old lady gang, the bridge builders. I love all of y'all.
Y'all hear us call us the old lady gang. First of all, okay.
They know how I feel about
listen,
them.
because we literally turned up. We just put the Flagstaff. We turned out Flagstaff, okay? We're just lit and turned up. I'm 15% behind closed doors, though. I'm 15% with tough conversations.
Right.
85% of me is food. You know that. I'm fun, I'm turned up, I like a good time. You come to my event, I'm happy, I'm jovial. It's really only business. When we have to conduct business, when something is going wrong or something ain't going right, or we're evolving, we're leveling up, then that takes a different kind of who we are.
It does.
But for the most part, no, I'm turned up.
Yeah, you are. In the 50+ club way.
Y'all see? Y'all see how
but you know your bridge builders love me and I love them.
They do. The bridge builders love you.
I love to be in their space, their energy.
Yeah.
I don't come in and see that they don't give that vibe.
No.
I don't like that vibe. I like a happy vibe.
Yeah, we're happy.
I like to joke and have fun, even if it's about serious stuff.
Yeah,
so.
even if it's serious.
Yeah, I just love life, Tina.
You happy, Bray?
I am. I'm so happy. I am happy about my business and where it's going and the next level.
Yeah.
So again, 2024 is leveling up, stepping into my greatness, helping those that I want to come with me, work on their greatness. So it's definitely 2024, next step to greatness. Is what I'm going to title it.
Yeah, I like that.
We got things to do.
Yeah.
And I want everybody to level up and I want everybody to be great.
Yeah. Congratulations on the new bill.
Thank you.
That's super hot.
I'm excited.
That's
I can't wait to bring it to the community and all the community plans I have and all kind of stuff, programs, and you know, I'm having fun with meeting with different people and setting up what it's gonna look like. You know, I think the community needs what I'm about to bring, so I'm excited about it.
Come on, first step to greatness. A round of applause for my boo. I'm so happy you came.
I'm tired.
We had to take 2 breaks. I need a production. We had to turn down the air. I had to let in the club, sister. Y'all, this is what You know the beauty of being with me. We were talking about this. I was telling Bray that Top of the Brown when she was when I first started following her first on the scene. There was only like 30 of us that were following Top of the Brown. When she used to live in that little house in California, for chasing the flies around, they would always get through the little screen in her window or whatever. But to watch her evolve into who she is now, to know that you were a part of. So I'm gonna just leave y'all with this. You know, when you're a part of the inception of somebody or the building of them, and you watch them all the way through, you can really celebrate and be there with them. I'm not impressed by people that are fans after, you know, when they're just all about somebody. You're just about them because they made it. You let me know when you're about somebody from the bottom, baby, in the trenches. So for those of you that are watching me on this platform, with that live stream yard in that corner, you know, you got to give them their flowers. So I'm using their platform, their streaming service. In this space without our mics, we're gonna have mics on next week, y'all. Without mics attached to it, with the poor lighting, with all the things, right? I appreciate y'all for being with me in the early stages of who I am. Thank y'all so much. Thank you, babe.
Yeah, this is great.
It was.
It's great getting things off my chest.
She got
it's just letting the people know
Yeah.
that they say don't work with family.
Yeah.
They say don't work with friends.
Yeah.
But all in all, if y'all have a solid relationship, nothing can come in between that. So,
I think the biggest takeaway I got from you is you just keep training your family up, and that way they can even go with you the long way. Let's get rid of the process. Everybody can't go. We know they can't. We know they can't. We know there's some can't go and some that won't go, right? We also know there's some that's going to be attached to you that are there for reasons they shouldn't be, you know, to take away from what you're doing. There's going to be some that get jealous and ain't going to be able to go. But for the most part, try to set them up so they can go with you. And there's some that you can set them up a million different ways and it just doesn't work. Keep having tough conversations. Protect your baby because you are creating something that's bigger than you. You're creating something for your family to be going long after you're not here anymore. So employ your family, build legacy, create generational wealth so y'all can keep winning as a collective.
Yeah, all of that good stuff.
All that good
And so
stuff.
I love to help my family. When they have an idea, they come to me.
Yeah.
And I love to help them start their businesses, walk them through them, encourage them, all of that. So I'm all of that for a lot of people. Outside of doing my business coaching type stuff. For my family and friends, I'm definitely there for them to see them grow. Like I have a friend that she's done amazing, followed all the steps and everything. I have a couple of friends, even one that we did childcare. She started childcare after me. She's about 14 years in the game. But the leveling up, pushing that leveling up aspect, because people do get stagnant. I ain't about that stagnant life, because it's always something new you can learn and do and add to your business.
You always send me some great. We're not just close in friendship. We are also close in businessship. So we talk a lot about business. We share a lot about business with each other. And she's one of the best business friends that I have. We stay connected and we keep each other motivated. And we vent, y'all. We be talking crazy about all the stuff we go through. All the stuff. But then we keep each other positive. We don't just complain about it.
We do wrap around and be like, what? Come on now.
Yeah. So thank y'all so much for tuning in. I gotta turn this thing off. See, this is the kind of stuff I be talking about every time.
We gotta get up.
Yes, I gotta keep getting up, y'all. Bye.
Thanks, y'all.
Bye, y'all. Bray, that was good.